Do you guys remember the time when bag day used to be a thing? How teams used to put bags or robots in bags?
They used to put the students in bags.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Wait, you're supposed to put the robot in the...
I thought so.
Oh!
I gotta tell you guys. There was a time to where I remember bag day.
Flashback. What's up, Pit Crew? Welcome back to episode 30-something. I'm Nathan, I think. Alan Stahl. We got Jason here. We got Chris here.
Yeah, we got the fries in now today.
Today we're going to be going over favorite moments in FRC history.
So, guys, this episode is a little bit special to me because I feel like with a lot of these future predictions, current events, we haven't really had time to like sit down and just like reminisce the good old days, like such as you know, because you know how old you are, you're close to getting to that retirement age and the senior home. I figured, why not a good opportunity to see our favorite moments and games? So, guys, let's just shove it in. Let's do it. So so Nate, do you have a what's your favorite moment or favorite match, I should say?
One of my favorite moments that defined me as a student personally and my entire personality as an adult is 2016 Einstein in St. Louis, semifinals 1, match number 2. Everybody who's been around in the last 10 years, I think, remembers this one. I was lucky enough to see it in person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's take a look.
3:30, the beach bots flip over, they fall twice, and they right themselves both times.
Take a look.
And they get up, and it was just the most incredible moment.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and play that video, and we can.
Oh, the paper airplane's classic.
Paper airplane.
Back when champs were cool.
So yeah, we got 3:30, we got 24:81, and we got 120 versus 148, 1678, and I forgot the last team. I'm so sorry, guys.
I don't remember either. But the context of this game, so it's 2016 Stronghold, Stronghold, where you had teams go over these defenses that teams can pick however orientation they want, and then have to pick up these dodgeball-sized foam balls and shoot them to a tower to quote-unquote take down the tower for points and stuff. So that's where you see teams, you know, going over the defenses, going over the balls, and you know, just having at them, right? You can see a little bit of play where, look at 3:30.
Defender for 3:30.
Yeah.
So right on top.
Oh yeah, get him.
That's probably a penalty somewhere. Well, so it's interesting because the batter, that ramp part at the front has these plastic dividers, and that's how they got up onto inside their robots so easily, right? They just drove right over, and then everybody's got like pneumatic tank wheels and stuff. And, yeah, so they're just climbing over everything.
Good game.
And mind you, for you young kids right there, this is an era where we didn't have swerve.
Yeah.
You had to use
very few,
gearboxes.
Yeah.
You had to use pneumatic wheels.
Oh, here he goes. He's over.
You had to have creativity.
Yeah. So this moment here, 3:30 beach box out of California flipped over, and you see, man, you probably see all the flags waving. I honestly have no idea.
Their arm, and they make it worse for themselves on their back.
Yeah, so now they're on their back, but you can see, right?
Now they got it.
So you can see that their drive base is a little bit heavier than their arm itself, so they're able to use that momentum as they tip over. Oh my God! See how they flipped over?
Yeah, dog, we saw it.
And you can see that. You probably can't hear it, but you can tell that the audience is just going.
It was the most hypest moment. I was standing up out of my seat.
And look at that! In beach box, they go over the rock wall.
Yeah,
that was the loudest I've ever heard champs.
It was insane.
Like, you don't get that. You don't get that.
The best part of the match is still yet to come. So here they go on a climb, they deploy their climber and their hook to
score points at like 4 feet or something like that.
They
but then
latch on and they try to pull.
They try the dunk. They try the dunk.
And they fall back on their back again, but they do the same thing over there.
Now the crowd is even louder at this point. Mind
there's
you,
like 2 seconds left. They drive on. And they get their park point.
Insane. Like I'm literally getting chills just because it was so insane. I've never seen a crowd so hyped.
And the craziest thing is that without them driving up to that base, because that's how you score like some points, they won the match.
Yeah.
They won.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, Chris, I thought that was my video. You did a lot of the talking.
I got excited, my bad, So
Whose is this?
this is my episode that we're not episode. The match here that I picked out, Finals 2 Central Valley Regional, and this is where Team 1717, the Penguineers, used to be one of the powerhouse teams in California, one of the originators of Swerve.
What
right?
year is this?
This was 2012. This is Finals 2 of Central Valley Regional. So let's go ahead and run her.
Why is this one important?
The reason why, it showed you just like how insane 1717 was. Now, to give you context of this specific team, the team was part of a senior science program that all senior students of Dos Pueblos School District had to enroll in. So every year it was literally a new team, new students, because it's only for seniors that participated in that team. So
okay, so we got 1717 and 330 versus 254
and 1323 prior to them being right. So 1717. So let me backtrack a little bit. So 2012, it was Rebound Rumble. You had these balance bridges and these little foam basketballs that teams pick up and they shoot into these basketball nets. And at the end of the game, they can just bounce to the bridge for points. Now, 1717 had a dual side intake where they had Swerve and they could collect balls from either side, where in the middle of their bot is basically a giant hopper system that feeds into a not elevator, but a shooter that's ran by paracord or polycord.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think 330 is dead because like they haven't moved in the last couple minutes, and like 1717 still carrying.
And this is why this match was so like impressive. Cause you see, 330 is dead. They're not moving, and they have another. I don't think
they got a defender.
They have a defender
on the blue side.
So literally, it's virtually 3-on-1, right? Because 1717 is the only team scoring, and there was a video on their YouTube channel where their turret auto aligns to these tapes, right? So these tapes that retroreflective tape, right? And there's a video to where they made 100 shots in a row at their shop.
Wow.
So these guys at the time were accurate, and you see here in the match that Blue Lions, they're already climbed on the bridge.
Yeah.
So they already scored points, but then 1717.
Our video.
That video.
Yeah, 82 to 71.
Right. And then 1717, they're in the last like 30 seconds of the match, right? They were the only ones scoring and literally came back all by themselves just by hammering the highest basketball net. Just to literally come back and win the match as Blue Alliance were ahead and they already climbed the bridge. So
I think it's also important to point out that the Penguineers one of the first teams to ever do Swerve at a really high level too.
Yeah,
they were the only ones.
right.
Like Swerve, virtually non-existent in 2012. Right, very few teams had it. And they were one of the teams who had it, so they were zooming around doing every kind of flip and maneuver and stuff. And same with the turret and vision targeting.
Right, these guys
vision targeting back then was like crazy because you had to have like your own external GPU.
Yeah, actually, it required a lot more than it does now.
Yeah, with the C-Rio and stuff, you like virtually know much less processing power than the Robo Rio and the system core that's coming out next year. Yeah,
right.
You know, some people just had like cameras with green rings on the robot just to make it look like they did vision, but they didn't.
Us.
So again, 1717, you guys will always remember you guys, and you guys were just insane that year.
Rest in peace.
Okay, next.
Einstein 2025 Match 5.
Was this year?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I actually don't remember this one.
You were there, Jason. You're at Einstein, yeah.
But I think I was still off that strike force high.
Strike force, 4145, 1748. We're looking at there it is, 1768.
Oh, right. And then strike force does the, strike force does the thing.
Oh, they got the algae steal.
Oh, okay.
Bam.
That's just so insane. Look. We talk about stealing algae like all the time, right? But no one did it as sick as that. During auto, no one had the algae to do that except them. And honestly,
The algae.
props.
No one had the algae.
Honestly, we don't even need to watch the rest of the video.
No
Anyways,
one had algae as big as strike force.
honestly,
to steal the ball.
no. Okay, so basically, what happened here was
Oh, we're skipping the rest of
this was yeah. We can. The rest of the match doesn't matter.
Okay.
Actually, go to the end and then just show us the scores.
We can go to mine from Clint.
Okay, so basically, this was strike force lost, right? So they were almost about to go out, but then they won. They eked it out,
Yeah.
and they go on.
Those are some
And that's what you get for taking chances.
hardcore. The captain,
Good for you.
1768. Were they in that match or no?
No clue.
No clue. I was just paying attention to strike force.
If the pit crew remembers, we had Clint on the show a little bit ago, and he said that when they ran their steel auto at FIMstein, Strike Force was given the confidence to do it at Worlds.
Yeah. So I think the next one that we have is the FIMstein from Engine Nerds and Enigma.
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we can watch that one.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah. So
do it.
Clint, we got credit Clint. Clint did this first. That gave Strike Force the inspiration to do it on the world stage. So GG's both those teams for doing that and making Michigan look the best. But Strike Force did do an autonomous, which made them.
Yeah, I feel like
top,
that's
yeah.
just a lot more insane.
Right. But even then, like this was the catalyst that gave like Strike Force the confidence to do it, and other teams then followed suit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand like why this was such like a big thing for people to grasp. Like, yeah, like that's you're supposed to do this. I don't know why. I'm not saying
There
like
goes Enigma.
Yeah, Enigma then comes over and grabs.
Yoinks it right out of him.
Yep.
Narrowly escaping that penalty. That head ref in the bottom left calls it off. And everybody was going pretty hype. We were watching it on the other side by the active field again, and we were just losing our mind. It was pretty insane. I wasn't completely convinced that it would have won them the match, but it did. So that was super exciting.
Because at the end of the day, right, more algae wins you the match, and they just had the cojones to do that. It was good. That was good.
The what?
The cojones?
huh?
Eggs.
Oh, the cojones.
Yeah, they had eggs to pull that off.
Spanish with Chris, everybody.
Yeah, multilingual, guys. Check it out.
No, Jason, I understand your point. It's very important to read the rules and understand what you can and can't do, because that was not a penalty. And then no penalty was called, but you are allowed to do that because you're not descoring a game piece.
Yeah, I guess I'm just surprised that more teams didn't do it.
Yeah, same.
Which here's the thing, right? This is why we also stress that if you read the rules, you can really pick out what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
So
Especially as a ref, yeah.
Yep.
We got Chris.
All right, so here we've got Finals 2 Einstein Finals. Now this is one I kind of want to watch the whole thing, right? But we'll go one thing, right?
2017 Einstein 2.
What a good game.
Steamworks.
Strike Force,
Oh my God! Look at that go! Look at it go!
versus Stem Waves,
Oh my
Team
God.
Titanium,
Bro.
and 3310. Now,
Oh,
1986 Team Titanium, you collect these wiffle balls, you shoot them to a high goal called a boiler, and that year they easily had the best shooter
just
in the world.
Yeah.
Well,
because
they were accurate.
They're
They're
had the
accurate,
most
and they
accuracy.
shot all their balls into the high boiler, which all the teams had like faster shooting mechanisms like Hoops and Strike Force, but not as accurate.
They flooded the goal where they just shot a bunch in and they missed a lot, but they also made a lot in. Whereas Titanium was just accuracy.
But the smart match here was that Blue Alliance, they know that Team Titanium doesn't have a great round intake. So Blue Alliance at the start of the match actually hit all the hoppers to dump all the wiffle balls to the ground, because Strike Force and Poops, they can ground intake. So as they're cycling, they're just picking up balls and gears at the same time. Well, Poops, they're also trying to cycle, as well as catch up to Team Titanium, which Team Titanium, as you just saw, had a human player dump their silo of wiffle balls into their hopper.
Silo?
Silo. Yeah. Oh, silo. And you can see here, look how accurate they are. So, and I believe it was a 775
just goes
Pro
in.
motor with just a,
Oh, that's a throwback. Yeah.
yeah, which is just a smaller motor and a wheel. And you can see here, by this time, now, Red Alliance, they're about to get all 4 rotors, and all 4 rotors gave you like a 100-point bonus. So from here on out, now 1986 is on the hunt.
Yeah.
They're on the hunt
Need
of
some gears,
balls, gears, and balls. Mainly balls, because they need to keep scoring. Versus Blue Lines, they're still catching up. They're way down in the field points.
This is also when Strike Force kind of like
Popped up.
really came on the scene.
Yeah, this is their first year where they really came
Like
out.
they were around.
Yeah.
When they
In
what?
Michigan for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
On
yeah.
the world stage. Yeah.
Yeah, and from here now you see Red Alliance, they're all already climbing, where it's Blue. They're still like
I mean,
shooting. They're
just
still doing stuff.
Look at
And,
the fuel difference.
but the big difference is
73
that
to 56.
look at how many balls is left on the field that 1986 did not get. There's one behind the driver's station, one behind their airship. There's one behind, near their player station, but they couldn't see it and couldn't grab the balls to get those extra points.
Can you stay on this page again?
Yeah.
A couple things I want to point out. Definitely still pre-swerve popularity, right? So Strike Force is still one of the only teams to be doing swerve and stuff. Cheesy Poofs. So this is the last year of St. Louis before it transitioned to Detroit. This was the first year of Texas, I believe, and split champs. So Cheesy Poofs and Blackhawks, if you notice, they're from California and Texas. I think Hall of Fame, or if there was like a wild card or some other system where they could go and compete at St. Louis, they opted in to do so. So Cheesy Poofs, even though they were assigned to go to Texas, they still went to St. Louis to compete with all of them before having to go to Houston.
Right.
And a good move.
Yeah, and a good move because it paid off, and they
ended up
went to
winning.
Festival of Champions for the one and only year in 2017, and they won.
Yeah, they're the
out of
only
5 matches. Yeah,
champions from
Yeah.
the festival.
yeah.
It really took the whole thing to do it. So
And then on Team Titanium, they super accurate shooter. They ran 8-wheel mechanism drive. So they were one of the first teams to put mechanism wheels on Einstein. That wasn't 2015. No caveats. Get that crap out of here. They put mechanism wheels on Einstein. They did it in a competitive way. I think they were ranked first on their field that year. And if another team ran that, I would consider picking them. That's pretty sick. Probably not these days, right? Everybody's got swerve now, but like 8-wheel mechanism was pretty banger. It gave you more traction. And it gave you some maneuverability.
well, I said maneuverability, absolutely, because
Yeah.
1986, as they're strafing left and right to line up to the boiler, and once they're on, they're on. They're not. They may miss one ball out of like the 50 they have in their bots, which is insane. It was literally insane, just like how accurate. Because to give you a little bit of perspective, in quals you need about 40 points of wiffle balls to get an RP, and most teams would have to do it during like teleop, versus Team Titanium could do it all in 15 seconds in auto, get that ranking point immediately.
Yeah, that's
which is
insane.
shows you just these guys are crazy.
I know.
All
I
right.
love Team Titanium.
So, okay,
Crab. All right, let's play. Just play it.
2024 Einstein Finals 2.
Yeah, this is for all them defense haters out there. It's just good. Just really good.
Defense in FRC game. Hot takes episode if everybody remembers. So we got Orbit, 45-22 and 3-2-1 versus Beach Cities 294, Madtown, and 254. 254 and 294 reuniting in a matchup of a long time.
So, all right, so we got 3-2-1 the Crabs here, and they're just gonna pop off in defense over here. They're just gonna completely shut down 13-23, and you just love to see it. It's just really fun to watch.
excuse me, yeah, and
Look at him go! Look at him!
There.
Look, they're pushing him down!
That's
Oh my
beautiful
God!
defense, yeah.
It's so good!
Trying to spin off him.
Yeah, but they can't even
can't.
spin off him.
Yeah, he just we've talked about this before a little bit, but 3-2-1, just making slight movements left and right as a defender is all you need. You don't need to go crazy.
Look at him! Look at him go!
Yeah.
Look, they spin away, but they have to go all the way around.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
Right. Meanwhile, right, 254 and 23, they cannot pass anymore because in the previous matches on Einstein, they did the passing strategy. But they're forced.
Look at him pinned!
Like again, they're forced to cycle because 321 is literally choking up the entire air.
Look at him!
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, you can see the difference between 321 and 294's.
Oh my god!
Strategy.
This is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. They actually like get in the way, which is like how you're supposed to do it. But just a lot of teams just can't just get behind that.
Now, mind you, too, also 1690 is a smaller bot, and they're able to maneuver around defense a lot faster.
Look at them! Look at them!
Yeah,
They're trying to spin off what they don't. It's like they don't know how to play defense, or they don't know how to play counter defense.
Yeah. It was tough. It was tough this year. If you know where to sit in 2024, you were able to shut down.
God. Look at him!
Really easily, yeah.
And again, 1323, one of the best shooters of that year, just no thank you.
Just so good.
And especially like, so when you're an attacker and you hit a defender and then you back up and you try to spin on them, that defender is just going to move up and take that ground on you. You know, like you can't, when you're an Einstein like this, you can't afford to.
You can see here now, this is the difference in the match. This is where,
they pull that penalty point and they get it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet
block off that alley.
Madtown had to be seething right now.
Well, they had to risk it. Well,
is this the one where they got the climb?
Look.
Yeah,
That's
incredible.
sad. That's a little sad.
That was pretty hype.
Yeah. Because I'm not 100% sure they had to risk it, but they chose to risk it.
And risk did not pay off.
And that defender was ready for them. So
all they had to do was just not do that, and they would have won.
We were leaving to get on our bus to go back home. And I remember we're walking the atrium outside of the convention center, and everybody's chanting "Orbit, orbit."
All right, what do we got next?
Crazy, okay. Another Einstein match. Einstein Finals 3 from 2014. This one is a banger. So here we have 254 versus 1114 in Autonomous. Autonomous was huge. It scored a lot of your points. 254 had a front and back intake, so they were able to pick up all 3 exercise balls. And as we just saw there, 1114 opted to play on the defense side, and they were able to get in front of 254 and lower their claw to try to prevent their intake from coming up, but it didn't work. So they risked that. They had to have their other teammates score an autonomous for them. And now we just get down to the meat of the potatoes. This is still one of my favorite games, and Clint's. 1114 Symbiotics, 1678 Citrus Circuits, 1640 Sabotage versus 254 Cheesy Poofs, 469 our home team Lost Gorillas, and who we got in the last one?
All Sparks.
48. 2848. Jason, if you like defense, this is the year for you because defense was just everywhere. Yeah, so we have a first pass off to Gorillas. They get that trust shot to the human player, and then it goes into Cheesy Poof's robot.
And the reason why that teams are shooting it purposefully out of the field was because in the rules, there's nowhere in the rules that said that a robot can't toss it back to their human player. There's no restrictions on that. So teams found that loophole and they were utilizing it. And by the time at Worlds, everybody was just shooting it out of the field for the human players to catch.
We did pretty early on, but okay.
Yeah,
Symbiotics had one of my favorite robots this year too. They did kind of like a 2008 inspiration robot from that claw, and I looked at that CAD extensively, especially their drivetrain too. It was still tank, but they had drop-down pneumatic omni wheels so that they could pivot and turn really easily in case they got T-boned.
H-drive.
Yeah, kind of like H-drive, yeah. 1640, again, before Swerve really popped off, they were still one of the only teams doing Swerve. They actually had, I don't know if it was this year, but they had CVT Swerve, which was really, really cool. They could get a infinite number of gear ratios in between a max and a min there. Citrus Circuits, also incredible machine. This is like their second appearance of the streak on Einstein that they unfortunately broke in 2025 this year. We're gonna get a super close up of the scores for some reason.
And then that's it.
Is this the Past Hack Pioneer video?
No,
These guys.
I think it's further down. They're archiving. There's Dan Ernst. Love that guy. Another Michigan team, Team 74, Team Chaos. They're the 4th robot. I think this was the first year that you could pick backup robots for Worlds. Because 2013, that didn't happen. So Team Chaos was also there. So 2 Michigan World Champions this year. It was just a great game. This is one of the matches that I go back and I show everybody sometimes because, you know, it's clear to understand the game and it's just awesome.
But that you saw that this was a pure driving game. So
it was a pure driving game.
So you need driver skill to.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, it's just
All right.
get the rock and put in the goal.
So this one, literally, I only care about the first like 5 seconds.
Which video is it?
This is the Livonia 2015 Finals 2.
Incredible. 2015.
Just a fantastic can grabber moment. Let's just take
I'm
a
gonna go to the
look.
bathroom. I'll see you guys.
So
Oh
it's gonna
my
be
god.
the
He stepped over the guardrail.
Two far robots.
Oh my
So
god.
it was 548 versus 503.
Okay.
And
He stole the cans.
RoboSwings were just quicker. That's it.
That's it?
I was at this
No.
event too. We had already gotten knocked out, and this was one of the first times I think we did see like a can wars, maybe in Michigan, maybe it was my first time. But when we saw their 2 robots getting lined up across from each other, the entire audience was hyped. Jason's got a video on his phone that we can pop up on the screen too.
So this is like the iconic video you see in like promotional videos now. This is where that video it's
so
that's where
hype.
that video is from.
Everybody was buzzing. Everybody was on their feet, ready for this thing, and
Yeah,
RoboStanks delivered.
Yeah.
All right, next video.
How many more we got? We got 4?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Hopper 2024, Quals 121. I just wanted to give a shout out to our driver last year, Eamon. He popped off. So let's see. So we've got oh my god. So we got 8013 Boston Lions. They're huge. We got
There's Sean.
4414 High Tide. They're pretty big. They got 3175 Night Vision. They're great. I love you guys. Versus Dearborn. Gator Pots. This is our last quals match at Worlds last year, and we're going into this and we're like, this is gonna be a bloodbath. We're not happy about this. You know, we know we're gonna lose. We're just gonna try to do a good showcasing for Alliance selection tomorrow, and we're coming out of auto and we're like, we're up by 10. Okay, we're like, okay, let's just keep it steady, nice and easy. We still got 20 minutes left, and we're like, we're still winning. It's still holding on. It's like, what's going on? 5 points, 8 points, 52-44. Yeah, you know, 1403 and 5809. They did their job, and our driver Eamon showed up and he was making some really good passes.
So you guys were
our
playing
Lions.
the passing game.
Yeah, which is not something that we typically did. We were more of a cleanup and finishing robot or a cycler. Passing was something that we developed late in the game. And mind you, I don't think our Alliance was playing a lot of defense. Blue Alliance was still running their game, and they were doing low passing, as you can see some of them. And I'm not sure what happened, if a robot was broken or what, but we were all very shocked that we pulled out with this one. And it was good for morale. It turned us around, even though it was our last match. But everyone was really happy to end the season on a
high note,
yeah.
right? Beating like the big dogs.
Beating some big dogs, yeah. You know, on a world stage like that. So we did not get selected for Alliance selection at 7 a.m. the next day, but you know, a lot of drivers don't get to win their last match, but ours did, and that was a really awesome end to a 3-year career for this guy.
Big dog.
Still favorite robot too. One of my favorite robots.
Iman, if you're watching, remembers you.
I saw him a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, great game too. You know, Crescendo,
Great game.
awesome. Not my favorite game, but it was a great game.
Solid game. Solid game. So all right. So they climb.
The points for the triple climb should have been way more. It should have been like a curve, right? Like you get one robot on, okay, a couple points. You get 2 robots on, okay. A little bit of an exponential curve. 3 robots on, it should have just been like totally.
Win.
You should just get like 3 more. Yeah, you just get the win.
You win.
You get the win.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's our next video?
Let's roll it, DJ.
DJ Ian. DJ, hit it.
Okay. So this is one of my personal favorite anecdotes matches here. So this is Finals 2 Bellville 2018. I was a drive coach for our team, and this is where
Ian, can you bump up the quality? It's 2018, Ian. They got like they have at least 720p right now.
Yeah, what a bad game.
So I know it's terrible, but this is Gearheads' first year we ever did a elevator design.
First year, good for them.
Yeah, and this is this bot. The reason why it's so stupid, but yet it had a place. Oh, you can see in that match, that won the match right there.
Why?
4405, pushing all those cubes to our blue side.
Ugh.
So that way we had all those cubes
yeah.
close to us and not travel that far to grab them. But, so the funny thing of that year is that Gearheads, I believe we were the highest ranked team in Michigan without a active intake system. So we just had 3 pneumatic pistons that open and close.
You were a monkey clapper?
Yep, and we punched out the cube onto the thing.
Cool.
We were ranked 59, so. but you know, we still made it to Worlds. Still made it to Worlds. But the reason why I like this match is because it was a close match, and this was at the time our 15-year anniversary of the team being a thing.
Oh, cool.
So, and we have never won a blue banner before, and this was the first actual event as a first pick high-seeded team that we actually had a shot to actually do this, actually get hardware. So
That's good. That's a good feeling, man.
so here, this you can kind of see that the scale is kind of going back and forth, but then we and 4405, we're trying our, damnedest to get that scale back in our favor and use our power up. So we
The
have
scale
these,
being the one in the middle.
the one in the
big
middle,
tall one,
yeah, that right. And this was a time-based game, so you score per second. So if you control your lower teeter-totter and then the middle teeter-totter, you get virtually 2 points per second. And that's what's going to win the match. So here, we forced it because why not? Actually, no, that's a force. And we had so these power-ups gave you extra points to use during the match whenever. Which you can see here.
They've got the switch, and they've got the scale.
I believe Adam's family, their elevator actually broke and couldn't do the scale no more. So then we came up as last guys to climb and to do the switch, or excuse me, do the scale.
Funny, yeah.
And you see here, we're all going crazy, and we look at the score, and we're going, unironically, I'm sorry to use this language, but holy shit, we actually did this. In our 15-year history, we finally won an event, brought a blue banner home, and later in the thing, we're all like literally huddling, waiting for the score to come up, make sure that everything is finalized.
Yeah,
and
I love those.
When the score is finally posted, when we won the match, then like literally a weight lifted off of our shoulders that we finally did this. We're finally reached at that echelon that we can actually win events. So
This video so long.
I don't know.
Well,
Waiting
why is
for
it
the
11
scores.
minutes?
Waiting for the scores, I think.
well that
Or they-
well, you remember how the cubes kind of pushed all the way to one side?
Oh,
That was
they
kind
talk
of
about that.
probably
Like hurting.
yeah,
There you
hurting.
go.
But that alone won the match.
I like some of these
FTB.
animations too because that animation never gave away who won the match before it actually said won.
Yeah.
Right, like this year, if it's red or blue fish, you can tell before it says red wins or blue
Yeah.
wins, right? But like that one was truly you couldn't tell. I think for this year in 2018, States was probably like some of my favorite matches because early years were a little painful to watch. 70 blue points in that. Ian's pointing out, by the way. But early matches were a little painful to watch. States were like pretty prime, and then once you get to like Worlds, it's like you know, they're all really close. And we already kind of talked about climbs.
Yeah.
One of our earlier videos. Sorry.
Which that year you could buddy climb, which was nice. It was
All right.
nice.
So this one, it is the last octafinals. Okay. 2016, Eigths won match 3. It's octafinals, one tiebreaker at state.
Yeah.
State championship.
All right, let's take a look.
Delta flag.
It is current. All right, so this is alliance number 1 versus alliance number 16.
Never gonna happen again. Bees, Strike Force, Chimeras.
Yeah, look at that. Bees,
Robo
Strike
Stangs,
Force.
somebody in chickens.
Robo Stangs, extra 50 Robo Stangs, and chickens. Yeah.
extra 0 robos. 5048. Sorry. I'm sorry we don't know your name, but respect. Yeah. Another 2016 game.
So it's just a close match like the entire time. That's really it. Like I think a couple penalties are drawn from red.
Were you on drive team this year, Jason?
No, I was not.
Where were you in this moment?
I was somewhere at the top of those stands.
Yeah. How hyped were you guys?
It was insane.
Pulling
So I said that 2017 Worlds was the loudest I've ever heard a FRC competition. This is the next. This is the next one down.
This is
because I mean everyone was going insane.
Yeah.
When they found out there might be an upset here, like 33 and Strike Force Alliance 1 are about to be going home. And it was just insane.
Bees were one of the best in the state for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Their drivetrain was just flying over everything, shooter and intake, all perfect. Strike Force had also a really good robot. They had a gravity drop down from their intake. Thunder Chickens was also a really unique robot that I loved that year because they went tall, so they weren't able to go under the low bar, but they were able to do the sally port and the drawbridge and all that. And they had a really cool climber that just spring-loaded, shot up, and pulled down. Yeah. And then same with you guys, same with RoboStangs.
Yeah, I mean, they made a couple shots.
Really cool stuff.
You made a couple shots.
We
so
actually,
it was pretty
RoboStangs actually were on our alliance at Tesla in Worlds.
Right.
Later that year.
Right.
Before I knew Jason.
Yeah, and then our shooter broke.
Yeah, and we fumbled our climb.
And surprisingly, we only...
Respect for breaking.
Respect.
Now, mind you, also take note too. Strike Force doesn't have swerve.
Oh, is that so?
Do they? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had pneumatic.
Yeah, pneumatic wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a little.
So when do they start doing that?
Spartronics 5048. Thank you, on. Yeah. Shout out Spartronics. Shout out Spartronics.
Look at the score and then look at Endgame. Like
it's just oh my god.
These missed their climb.
All right. RoboStangs got that last shot. Thunder Chickens
amazingly
miss their climb.
Shockingly, they make a shot.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And then okay, right here, everyone is like, oh boy. And then I think there's audio in this video too.
Yeah.
If
you can probably hear the crowd. And
oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can pump some audio in
it's
the edits,
so loud.
It's pretty crazy.
All right, perhaps we could skip forward. This might be another big break.
A nostalgic view from almost 10 years ago to look at.
And then here we go. Look at that. By 2 points. Alliance number 1 sent packing by Alliance 16.
Clean as well. No penalties.
Yeah. That was just
well earned.
It was just insane.
That was great.
That was a dog fight. You guys it was insane.
Is the last one? Oh, Marysville.
I'm surprised there wasn't any penalties on that. I thought there were.
So this match, this is just one of my favorites. So this was back when I was an operator that year, and this match was insane because I believe we were behind in terms of points. So this match here in auto, so that event, we had the only capable shooter.
Oh my god, 5048 Spartronics.
Spartronics, they're back.
Never forget that team number now.
So in auto, yeah. So our team, we only had the most capable shooter that used it for that event. So we had I don't know. Let's see.
Lindsay, are you in this video? You're in this video.
Really?
Oh yeah, 5150. Yeah, partners with 1189 and Truck Down Thunder in this match.
Small
yeah.
world.
Whoa. Is that the Grizzly Robotics?
Hybrid Hornet too. Yeah.
Hybrid Hornet.
Truck Down Thunder.
So here, so you see here, right, that this is just a gear match with the exception of us having 6 points in fuel. So that was enough to be a tiebreaker already. So here, we're just going for the gears. We're all cycling, and the majority of this match comes down near the end here. So, you know, from my end, I'm just doing my thing. I'm just, you know, placing the gears and, you know, waiting for my driver to line me up.
Wait, you were on the airship?
No.
Oh.
Where were you then?
I was
operator.
Yeah, operator behind the glass. Yeah, I'm with. Yeah, funny enough, I'm with Tim Allen in this match. So Tim Allen. So for you that don't know, we've got a minute left. Lindsay Knopf, a few episodes ago, was here. Her dad was the drive coach for 5150.
Was he really?
And
Tim Allen was a drive coach?
Steve. But we call him Tim Allen because he looks like Tim Allen. Absolute Chad. What a Chad, right? This guy was good. So, but yeah, so he was in this match with us, and Andrew Spees, another famous mentor in First in Michigan, former coach for Trucktown Thunder, great guy, my former programming teacher when I was in sophomore year, right? So, and this is the match right here. So, Red Alliance. Everybody is climbing. The ropes are down. Red Alliance, they all climb, right? And Blue Alliance, everybody else climbs, but gearheads. Oops. but here's the fat boy part. We're about to lose this match, but 4 seconds in, I finally grab the rope. I put my hands on the driver's wall like I'm about to take a big job on the floor, and I'm just literally heart stopped. And the robot has 2 seconds, and we're about halfway in the rope. When the buzzer hits, we finally hit the climb, and we just got it.
On the score, yeah.
Yeah, and we just won the match. And everybody on the Red Alliance, they're all celebrating at one. But I think one of the guys from that team literally looks over and goes, "Oh, yeah, that gearhead, we're about to climb it, and they don't know if we're gonna make it." When we hit the buzzer, we just literally.
That was a cool animation too. The airship's moving.
We helped Tim Allen move up in the ranks, and we got 9th, so that was cool.
Ian, can we watch one last one and then we'll call it there? Okay. 2016 Tesla. Quarters 2, match 2. Gatorbots
that guy, the
Gatorbots and Robostangs team up to represent the number 5 Alliance for Tesla with Shockwave. Our other robot was Triple Helix. They were awesome. Everybody was cool to work with. We were the last pick. They put us in and we're like, just play defense. I'm like, that's all I'm good at. I'm driving for Gatorbots this match. Jason, where are you?
I'm in the stands.
In the stands. I always loved Robostang's robot this year. I'm not just saying that. I thought you guys had a really awesome, cool, and simple robot.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, man, does it not do anything?
Same, bro.
Yeah.
So it goes a little 1250, just running into
try to get the ball.
the side, yeah. 24-15, 30-42, 31-30. It was a tight match, 4 versus 5. It's always really tight. I'll do my little defender.
You built a refrigerator.
Yeah, we did.
You put a refrigerator.
We had 6-wheel pneumatic. We had a low, and funny enough, this wasn't on purpose, but the front of our robot was a wedge. So like I was really able to get under robots and like lift them up. And you saw that at States if you'd watched some of our videos from that year, but. People knew what to do, and if your bumpers are anywhere in that batter zone where the defenses are, you weren't allowed to touch them. So that's why I'm like, I can't touch them. I'm staying off. But as soon as they come out, I'm like, right under their robot.
The secret
they got me on that one, yeah.
And then
States, I had some good defense matches.
Look at that. Look at that.
But you can see on the left side, Robostangs are getting defended on too. They're getting stunned on by big box robot over there.
Just missing every shot they take. Which, if you didn't know that the 548 robot was broken, you'd just think it was a normal match for them because they're making the same amount of shots.
So there's a penalty on them because they were touching me in the secret passage, or whatever that ramp was called. So we're down by 30. Everything's not forsaken though. So we got our last defense crossing, and then Robostangs gets for the Sally port.
Pretty decent, like close score.
It was very close, right? So it's 2 points away. We go to climb, and our rope gets caught in our winch, and we don't make it above the line. And that's ended up what cost us the match. But Had we won,
a
we
couple
would.
other things costed the match.
Had we won, we would have went up against OP Robotics and Bees and would have gotten our cheeks clapped. So maybe it was for the better.
Were Bees on the field?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But still, it was really awesome to just even be there and be in St. Louis.
What a good venue.
Yeah, great venue, great alliance. It was fun. It was a fun year.
I think that's it, gentlemen.
Yeah,
It's
I think
over?
that's it.
There was a lot of old stuff.
Oh man.
All right, thanks for coming.
what are
Check
those
us out.
questions?
Pit Podcast shop powered by Royal Shootery.
You want me to do it?
.com. Yeah, you do it.
Shop.pitpodcast.com. Remember to like and subscribe. We need more subscribers if you want to see good videos. Ring the bell. Thank you for joining. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitch. Remember to catch us at the Phantom Wolverine Robotics off-season event. We're going to be live streaming that on our YouTube channel. We're so excited. Catch us there. Thank you, Pit Crew, and we will see you at the competition.
He lives.
I gotta pee.
You didn't pay rent, boy.